In another high-profile case, 3 suspects have been indicted on new drug and assault charges in the East Valley, part of that crackdown on teen violence in the group that police are calling the Gilbert Goons. Today, the county attorney's office announced Renner, Cody Kostoryz, and Gage Garrison are facing several charges related to 2 separate cases. Kostoryz and Garrison are connected to an assault, they say, at a Gilbert party in December 2022. Renner is facing drug charges stemming from a traffic stop in March of last year. Since October, the county attorney's office has 27 open cases from submittals received from several East Valley police departments.